Good morning.
Morning.
Tom and Julie here. We are near Mina, Nevada. It's April 17th. Today we're going to try to take the T-Dub and explore Douglas Canyon, which is over that way a few miles. And we're going to try to attempt a 15 or so mile loop that goes by several mines. And it comes out over on this canyon, that road you can see behind us, I think. We haven't been here before. We have no idea what we're doing. That's the fun part about exploring. There's a beautiful view of the local mountains. Let's go see what we find. What a beautiful day. Very small town, Mina is. No gas station, no groceries, no cell phone. Wow, look at all the snow. I believe that's the White Mountains and Boundary Peak over that way. That'd be Nevada's highest mountain. Boy, nice smooth road. Perfect for the T-Dub. Of course, we're going up a wash. Here I am standing on the waste rock pile of the Kernick mine. Not a bad size. Looks like there were some tracks. I'm standing on an old bed, it looks like. This looks to be a little explosives bunker, or magazine if you like. I don't know what this was, what type of mine. There's a little room down here. Oh boy. Oh yeah, there's the shaft. Here's a chute from up above. This looks like it gets flooded, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. In fact, it's wet and somewhat muddy right now. And there's some vent pipe in here. Well, so much for the Kernick mine. Let's move on down the line and see what else we can find today. Well, we came upon a little cabin here. And it looks like there's another building that's collapsed. Another little shelving area over here. Boxes for insulation, cardboard. So this is looking back towards the waste pile. There's a bunch of rail laying around here and a portal. Some tracks in here still. There's a breeze in here. Looks like there was a junction here at one time. Here we're coming up to a chute, it looks like. Lucky number 1. Well, there's a left and a chute, number 86. That's the way we were going. And there's also a right. Let's take the right for a second. Oh boy, that's looking straight up. There were some ladders up there, but they're not there now. This thing goes down about, well, let's see, I don't know, 100 feet or better. It's the end of the line here. Let's go back and go the other way. It's kind of cool, isn't it? So there's this back of this shaft. We're back to this main junction room, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Let's take the right, see where that goes. Here's another chute. That's chock full of big boulders. There's another chute back there in a dead end. And this is a big chute here. And the tunnel winds around a little bit. Oh boy, look at that boulder. Should we go a little further? Excitement around every turn. Oh boy. Here's the top to a carbide can. Here's their storage area. And the end of it. So we found the end anyway. What? Well, I think we checked everything out except for down the ladder here. Let's look down the ladders. Straight down for about 8 or 10 feet and then angled. But I can live without going down there. And we're out. That's kind of fun. Well, let's jump on the little T-dubber and see what the next one is. Never a dull moment on the old T-dub. Here we are at the Sunshine Mine. This is an incline shaft. There's a ladder there, although I haven't looked down it yet. This looks like a big footing for a hoist or something. Let's take a look inside the shaft. Okay, there's a water pipe. Oh yeah, this is all broken in. Looked like it was a nice incline shaft at one time. Definitely nothing going on down there now, though. Well, looks like the main cabin is all collapsed. There's one little bit of a half earth house there that is still standing. This is all collapsed. Here's this little half sunken earth house. And that's still usable, actually, if you wanted to shelter from the storm. Here's the can dump. Pretty good size. Here we are at the Chief Mine. Looks like a shaft. Boy, a lot of mines in this area. We're kind of getting lost. Well, there's a big pile of what look like actual tailings for once. There must have been a mill around here. Looks like a pretty cool cabin up there. And then there's another little working over here. Little waste rock pile. Oh, here's another little adit in the Camp Douglas area. Rock's changing colors a couple times. There's a major rat's nest. There's the horde of bristlecone pines. Here we are at Camp Douglas. There's part of an old vehicle hood. Place has seen better days, that's for sure. Even had sheetrock. A wood stove over in the corner there. There's the Marianne Mine on our right. Here we are at the Marianne Mine. There's the main ore bin, it looks like, and a waste pile. Let's go see what else we see around here. Here I am on top of the ore bin. And then the tracks went out to the waste pile. A lot of debris down here. Okay, here we go. We're going to explore the adit at the Marianne Mine. We got our friend Rod with us today and Julie. So here we go, Rod. Let's go see what we find inside the mine. Okay, Rod, open her up. What do we have? Okay, let's go see what we have in here. Looks like a water line coming in. Here's some timbering. That's pretty cool. And there's an open stope up here. I can see daylight. So we take that all out. Water lines are still in here. This is looking straight up almost. There's a little mini ladder here. I don't know what they were doing, but here's some. Here's an area they've stoped down below. Oh yeah, there's a ladder down there too. I think there is an adit down below us that maybe that's where that came from.
So what are you walking on there then?
Nothing.
Boards?
Oh, it's a track.
Yeah, there was a track in here.
Was there?
Well, you can see the ties here, it looks like. Unless that's just the floor they made. Okay, moving on. Here's an ore chute. Looks like it's plugged solid. Here's another big chute coming down. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Oh, this is a winds. And there's a nice ladder. Julie, there's your ladder. Well, let's go straight ahead first. There's a side drift here, but let's go to the main line first. Here's another chute from up above. Another chute. Tracks are winding around. Oh yeah, there's a nice stope. That's straight up. Look at, they had their scaffolding over there they could stand on.
Crazy.
And you can see the vein they're working on. See it up there?
Yep. I don't know what that is. Look at, there's some right here that has a little off color to it.
Yeah, probably gold. Yeah, I do. Julie, did it say what kind of mine this was?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you think? Pretty cool?
Your cougar stick.
Yeah, that's your cougar stick. Okay, continuing on. Looks like there was a junction here at one time. Oops.
Right here. It doesn't look like it goes back very far.
No, this is just a little. This is a little side cut.
Well, they had track in there though.
Yeah.
They had moved it. It looks like maybe they went that way first and brought it out and then ran it that way.
Mm-hmm. Following the vein. This is straight up.
So the air's still good, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, I've got my meter.
When there are open stopes like
What's
that.
it do, beep?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It went off once.
This is going to be the end of the line.
That's it.
That's it.
Well,
For this one.
other area we gotta go down, but I don't think that was it.
You can see their drill holes.
Yeah, see that?
3B in or something? What is that?
3B1.
3B1.
Okay, they've got their track spacer here. Kind of a neat little jig. Let's see if this goes anywhere. And I think it just goes to right here.
Yeah, she is for sure. We survived.
Everybody's still alive.
Can I close this door?
Yeah, close the door.
A little sketchy in there.
Well, here's a small room. The door is framed on it. I'm not quite sure what it was. I thought at first it might have been a explosives magazine, but it doesn't look like it. We were at the October mine. There's some more workings up that way. There's some over here. Not much to explore as far as underground workings go. There's this portal or collar, whichever. Looks like it may have been an incline, but yeah, won't be going down there today. Although it does look like you could squeeze in there if you were a real nut. Well, there are lots of mines in this area. We'll look around some more, see what we find. Well, we're hiking up a little draw here. We're headed over to the Triumph mine, I think. All kinds of different mines and prospects around here. Still a little snow up in the hills. Well, here we are at the Triumph mine. Looks like this could have been a mill house. Looks like there are some tailings down below. And there's a couple of waste piles. And there's an adit over here. Let's go see if it's open. Here's the other side of this mill house. I think this was a gold mine. Okay, let's go see if we can find anything exciting inside the Triumph mine. Got some nice timbering on the portal here. Looks pretty solid. I see light ahead of me, so there must be a shaft coming up already. It's an open stope is what I was seeing, which is up that way. This is the end of the line. Maybe. Maybe not. Must have been a bottom dumper chute, yeah. You don't see too many of those. And this way it looks like it's just a short dead end. I could be wrong though. You never know until you look in these things, do you? Yep, that's a dead end. There's the open stope. That's straight up. So, not too much right here for us to explore. Ouch. Rock just bounced off my head. A pebble, I should say. That's why you're supposed to wear a hard hat. Well, not much more up here. There's a couple prospects behind me, but not too much worth getting excited about. Well, we're heading down yet another mining road. Trying to see what this little operation is over here. Well, that's looking back at the Triumph Mill where we just were. We walked over here. Now we're on a pretty good waste pile or two. Here's an open portal with an adit behind it. Alright, let's duck under here and see what we find. Goes a little ways. It's cooler anyway, that feels nice, doesn't it? Big pillar. Let's go to the right. Just a short drift. Moving past the rat's nests. Boy, that cool temperature feels good. It's only April, but it's getting pretty warm in these parts. I noticed some workings up above when we came in here, so we probably will see a chute or a shaft or something. There's another short drift to the left, maybe 25 feet. Watch your head. Getting lower. There's a nice little cubby hole. Yeah. They've stacked some rocks up here that they didn't want. Get them out of their way. It's about 5 feet tall, so you can't quite stand up. Well, it looks like the end of the line here. Surprised we didn't see anything coming in from up above. That piece of lumber that's right on the ground here looks like one that has been used for a shaft has been put there for some sort of a makeshift winch or hoist. So back out we go. And we're back to the entrance. Here I am standing on a waste rock pile somewhere near the gem mine. There's an open adit here. Let's go see what we find. Look at this little pillar here.